I truly am unsure how to introduce this next story. But it is one of the craziest side stories of the 2020 campaign. Donald Trump's personal lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, the guy who brought us the Hunter Biden story, has been caught either, and again, we don't yet know, masturbating or trying to have sex with Borat's daughter from the second Borat film by Sacha Baron Cohen, which comes out tomorrow. Now, that explanation may be even more confusing. Borat's daughter, Borat's a character. What do I mean, Borat's daughter? That's what makes explaining the story very difficult. Actor and comedian Sacha Baron Cohen has a character he does called Borat Sagdiyev, who was the star of the first Borat movie some years ago. And in the last 6, 12 months, 18 months, Sacha Baron Cohen has been filming the sequel to that film, and that comes out tomorrow on Amazon Prime Video. In the process of filming this movie, Borat and his daughter, meaning an actress playing his daughter, invited Rudy Giuliani to meet for an interview as part of the film. And again, this is sort of straddling fiction and nonfiction, as Sacha Baron Cohen often does, in the sense that some of the people interviewed or featured in the film are being pranked, essentially, not realizing they're in a fiction movie. And this situation ultimately led to a hotel room where the woman playing Borat's daughter, who Rudy Giuliani apparently believes is a right-wing journalist, removes Rudy Giuliani's microphone, at which point Rudy Giuliani leans back in the bed and puts his hand in his pants. And again, there is debate as to exactly what was going on, at which point Sacha Baron Cohen runs in and yells, "She's 15. She's too old for you." Now, the actress is Maria Bakalova. She's reportedly 24 years old, as far as we know, not actually a 15-year-old. We first heard a rumor about this back in July when Rudy Giuliani reported it to the police, supposedly, saying at the time, quote, "This guy comes running in wearing a crazy, what I would say was a pink transgender outfit. It was a pink bikini with lace underneath a translucent mesh top. It looked absurd. He had the beard, bare legs, and wasn't what I would call distractingly attractive. This person comes in yelling and screaming, and I thought this must be a scam or a shakedown, so I reported it to the police. He then ran away." That's what Rudy told the New York Post back in July. Now, at the time, Rudy did not say that he did anything inappropriate. Now we are getting more of the story. And this is, of course, insanely embarrassing for Rudy Giuliani. We still don't have the full story. Rudy, during the course of this interview, reportedly also agrees to eat a bat with Maria Bakalova, who, again, is playing Borat's daughter. Rudy is reportedly drinking throughout the interview, which he's very well known to do. He's also reportedly coughing throughout the interview. And this was filmed during the coronavirus pandemic. So just like every detail is as crazy as it could be. Rudy involved in this incident during a pandemic and is, again, reportedly, we'll see tomorrow, coughing throughout the thing. Based on the reports about this from July, there was no indication that this was this embarrassing. And the most unbelievable part of this is Rudy Giuliani last night finally tweeted about it. And he's fully doubling down, saying it's all fake. You just have to see it. This is a 4-tweet series. The first tweet is, quote, "The Borat video is a complete fabrication. I was tucking in my shirt after taking off the recording equipment. At no time before, during, or after the interview was I ever inappropriate. If Sacha Baron Cohen implies otherwise, he is a stone cold liar." Now, I've never seen someone tuck their shirt in the way that Rudy Giuliani is tucking his shirt in the picture that we're showing the audience. I might almost find it more believable if Rudy's explanation was, "No, I had a Bible in my pants and I was swearing on it. That's why my hand was in my pants." But I guess this is the story Rudy's going with. And when the film comes out tomorrow, I presume we'll know more about whether this explanation is even remotely believable. Now, there are people who are saying, this is really no big deal. This is the left shaming Rudy for trying to have what is by all accounts a consensual sexual liaison. It's a private matter. The actress was fictionally 15. In reality, it was a 24-year-old woman. But for me, the biggest takeaway is Rudy admits he may have worked with a Russian spy on the Hunter Biden story. And Rudy and everybody around him wants us to believe that he would never fall for a honeypot. He would never fall for foreign disinformation. He would never be manipulated. This situation for which Rudy fell is so cartoonishly absurd that we need to recognize when Rudy and others say, listen, we're all too smart to fall for tricks. We're not going to fall for the Hunter Biden story because Russians tricked us or we were set up. That would never happen. Just look at this situation and look at Rudy admitting that it's 50-50 that he worked with a Russian spy on the Hunter Biden story. And we're supposed to believe Rudy has any wits about him. And it's just absolutely ridiculous. And there are some who are saying this is the end of Rudy Giuliani's career, period. Others who are saying this is really nothing. And once the video comes out, it will be clear that this is no big deal. Let's wait and see. We will see very, very soon. If you love feeding your intellectual curiosity, but you're always struggling to find the time, check out one of my all-time favorite apps called Blinkist. Blinkist lets you consume an entire book on your way home from work. They take thousands of popular nonfiction books, condense each one into text or audio that you can get through in just 15 minutes, and you get all of the important core ideas and information from that book. It's perfect if you don't have enough time to do all the reading you want to do, or if you just want to sample a book before you buy the entire thing. I recently read A Brief History of Time, of course, by the great Stephen Hawking. This is a book that I have been aware of for so long, and other things got in the way. And it was fantastic to check it out on Blinkist. Blinkist has books on politics, philosophy, science. They have 27 different nonfiction categories, and a subscription is only about $8 a month, and you get the entire library. But you can try it totally free and get 25% off a subscription when you go to Blinkist.com/Pakman. I've put the link right underneath this video.